Friends Films presents a Friends film.
Hello. Bob, why isn't your TV on?
I can't hear you! Ah! Is that Johnny? Johnny! What are you talking about? It's Johnny! It's Johnny! What are you talking about? You're looking at nothing! He didn't die!
I died.
This 2002 VHS recording features a 10-year-old Randy Robert Stair, who is currently being shown pretending to make movie trailers with his brother, Jeremy.
This September or October, the ghost of Johnny is back. Come into theaters. Oh, sorry. A Friends film. Friends Films presents the quest that has to be completed. Now, the fifth one is born. It must be destroyed. We can't let him get it.
You must destroy the sun.
Snowmakers. The Snowmaker 5. Rated PG-13.
Randy Robert Stair was born September 17, 1992 in Pennsylvania to Lori and Robert Stair. During his childhood, Randy and Jeremy, along with the rest of the family, were all fans of the American football team, the Dallas Cowboys. Coincidentally, the town that he lived in throughout his entire life was called Dallas as well. He and his brother Jeremy both loved video games and were both into the arts. And when Jeremy was in high school, he won some trophies for accomplishments that are currently unknown, and as kids, both Randy and Jeremy had their own stuffed teddy bears, both that were named Bingo. Randy would take his Bingo wherever he'd go, and would keep him until his senior year in high school. Growing up, he was known to be a shy kid, and every day when he would come to school, he would always look up the ceilings while his teachers tried to greet him. This shyness, while not too known, would get his instructors infuriated. However, it is also not completely clear if he was ever disciplined for this. During elementary school, Randy would break his collarbone in half during a friendly game of Tag You're It. He claims that it was by far the worst pain of his life. And during the first day of first grade, he would miss the school bus that would eventually take him to school, and his mother would have to drive him. And by the time they got there, she would not leave his side for another 45 minutes until he stopped crying. In third grade, he would meet one of the closest females in his life besides his mother. Though he didn't give her her actual name, instead, he called her Kelly. Randy said that during this time, he would do everything with her on campus, but outside of school, they never interacted with each other. Though his relationship with Kelly wasn't romantic, he did say that he learned about sex from her. And later, they would cut ties with each other for unknown reasons.
We're in Texas.
Around the same time, Randy would meet his best friend Matthew, and in middle school, out of their passion for movies, they would play around with the camcorder that Randy's parents owned. They would make scary movie parodies and action-adventure films. And one time, even featured them pretending to smoke using a pretzel stick. Randy described his grades to be fairly well with him, and only struggling at math. But due to this, he would have to stay an hour after school on Tuesdays and Wednesdays in order to improve his grade. But later on, he would improve it to a B-. Despite the problems with socializing and issues with math, Randy would discover his first passion: computers. He would create sites about football and would update them frequently. And prior to starting high school, Randy wanted to get into web design as a possible career, but after taking a class, he immediately despised it. But prior to his freshman year, Randy would lose the first person close to him in his life. At age 77, and diagnosed with cancer, his grandfather would pass away. Though he claimed he took it well, Randy still felt the loss. In 2006, while Randy was on a ski trip with his friends, they decided to record themselves jumping off a ski lift, and thinking what they did was cool, they decided to put the video on a site called YouTube, which at the time was only a year old. Later on, Randy would join the young site, where his channel would upload clips from movies, but due to infringing on copyright, Randy's first channel would get struck 3 times and would lose his videos, his subscribers, and his channel entirely. 2 years later, and after losing 4 more channels to terminations, Randy would create his 5th channel, called Pioneers Productions. He named the channel Pioneers Productions after the local arena football team. He didn't give much thought to the name, because he expected Pioneers Productions to also fall victim to termination as well. When talking about what motivated him to make videos, Randy said that his friend, James, hit 1,000 views on one video, and thought to himself, if he could do it, why can't I? And in his first attempt to create original content on his channel, Randy created a character named Hugh Jazz, a former robber turned into a serial killer after coming back to life while being executed via the electric chair, much like the Friday the 13th villain, Jason Voorhees. In the meantime, Randy, his brother Jeremy, along with a few other people, created a channel called Fatass, which parodies the MTV show Jackass. Though Randy was making videos, his channel still didn't get the attention that he felt that it deserved. However, an unlikely ally would come to his aid and give him his first taste of success.
Is on? I'm Fred, and Mom, I'm not using your camera!
In October 2006, a 13-year-old Lucas Krumchak creates his character, Fred Figglehorn, a 6-year-old child with a high-pitched voice. And to the surprise of Lucas, Fred would boom in viewers and bring over 1 million subscribers within 3 years. Believing that this could help him grow, Randy creates videos inspired by Fred, where he would pitch his voice, but would get negative comments towards him. However, after making a Fred-style Christmas video in 2008, Randy had learned that Fred himself favorited his video, and it would finally give him the attention he sought, with over 800 new subscribers and 10,000 viewers. For him, this wasn't only a dream come true, but it also helped him wonder where he could get popular again.
What the?
Well, hello, Damien! I'm a wooden fucking alligator! Check out my red wheels!
Oh my god.
In January 2009, Randy was watching a YouTuber by the name of Damien, or better known as Make Me Bad 35. And as one of the first live shows he has seen, Randy would watch as Damien would take calls from viewers asking him about the most embarrassing moments he had on camera. Randy decided to call himself in to see if he could get on the show, and after a few failed calls, he'd finally get an answer. The answer was that he could join the show. Randy had a panic and shock, threw his phone under the bed, while Damien's roommate Kyle jokingly told him,
His roommate Kyle gave in his 2 cents.
Hello?
Hello?
Pick up your phone,
Next time.
you dirty swamp rat.
As a result, Randy came out of the call with a high morale boost, and in spring 2009, Randy would get a haircut in the style of Fred's. And in fall later that year, he and Damien would get in touch again, but this time to collaborate on a Q&A video. The video in question would get over 35,000 views and mostly positive comments. And on November 19th, 2009, Randy would introduce his first major character.
Dear Diary, adopted a stuffed animal horse head on a stick today. It was almost lifelike. Other than that, today What the hell?
Talking stuffed horse head on a stick!
Oh my god! What? Stuffed animals can't talk?
I'm different than any other stuffed animal. I'm a talking horse head on a stick!
Oh my god! I should totally put this on YouTube! I'll be famous!
Mr. Horsehead, inspired by Mr. Wooden Alligator, created by Make Me Bad 35, made his debut. And like Mr. Wooden Alligator, Mr. Horsehead was also a foul-mouthed toy animal that would torment his owner out of enjoyment. Videos involving Mr. Horsehead would be some of Randy's content until 2011, but a year before that, Randy and Damon would create a crossover video between Mr. Wooden Alligator and Mr. Horsehead.
Have you seen him?
No, why?
He's gone.
And I care why?
You see my videos? You never know the shit he'll come up with next. He's unpredictable.
Well, it isn't my problem that you lost your precious toy.
Oh God, I see him.
He's on my face!
Ah!
Shortly after its release, the video would bypass 100,000 views and would receive a mixed response from commenters. But when looking back on the video, Randy said that it wasn't great, but it was fun to make.
Shit! It's Damien, hold on.
Randy,
Hey man, how's it going?
look, I'm just calling because I made a huge mistake.
Oh, okay. So, you want me to send him back?
Yeah, I gotta patch things up with him. I just made a huge ass of myself.
Alright, well that's, no problem.
Can you put him on the phone?
What?
Can you put him on the phone?
He's a little busy right now.
Are you alright? You kinda sound anxious.
Yeah, I'm great.
I will tear you a new asshole, you plastic fuck!
What was that?
Nothing.
Okay, can you just tell him it was very un-Owner-like, and I'm very, very sorry. Just please tell him that.
Okay, will do.
Alright, you guys getting along?
Hang up, you faggot. Well...
Trust me, I lived with him for like 4 years, so I know what a hassle it can be. All from his annoying attitude to jerking off in the middle of the night. So, but really, I want to thank you so much. I guess I'll talk to you later?
Alright.
Alright, bye.
Come on, we have to break them up.
Ow, fuck! Surrender. Mr. What, an alligator? Oh no! I fucking killed him! Ah! My alligator ass is broken! You sick son of a bitch! How dare you break my alligator butt! I'll break the rest of you and roast s'mores over your burning carcass! Ow! Ow, you asshole!
Are you shitting me? Alright, I'm going in.
Hey, Mr. Horsehead! Suck my blade! You're still a badass.
Owned by an alligator! You fucking failed!
You son of a bitch!
Ha! So after all this, I'm still a badass motherfucker!
I'm gonna chop you up and burn you alive! Get out!
What? Ah, no! Not the horse head! Raped by a stuffed plastic horse head!
In the 10th grade, he began to struggle with his grades, specifically geometry and science. And when talking about his troubles at the time, he said,
10th grade was where I hit my first wall. I was doing poorly in geometry and science. My parents weren't happy and I hit the wall I refer to as fear of failure.
And right before the school year ended, he looked for his first job, where he applied to numerous places. However, he didn't get a call back from any of them. But one day, he would finally get a call back from McDonald's, and after immediately being hired, he despised it. After staring at a computer for 3 hours, he would quit the next day. And after the 10th grade ended, Randy would eventually settle at the Weis supermarket, where his father was the manager of. And 1 year later, thanks to Ray William Johnson, his channel was gaining attention again, and with his grades improving, 11th grade went by without any major incident, and shortly afterwards, he became a YouTube partner. Randy's ambitions were high, and things were looking up for him, but as he grew up, could he be able to handle the pressure as he neared college?